What's up, you guys? So I'm finally coming at you with that video I wanted to share about the conference I went to where I learned about embracing culture and diversity. I asked you guys on the gram if you guys wanted me to share a little bit more. Some of you said yes, so I'm going to roll with that answer. And yeah, so if you're interested, stay tuned. Generally, the population knows a little bit about why we should accept diversity and embrace cultures within each other. So gonna skip the basics and go right into the girth and the content that I feel is most relevant. So we learned that everybody, no matter who you are and what background you have an emotional bank account. Whether you're a lead teacher, an associate teacher, you're an administrator, you're a program director, an assistant, you're a child or a family member or a parent, you have the ability to invest in other people's emotional bank account. What does that even mean? Investing in other people's emotional bank account includes knowing a couple of key concepts to help you grasp the idea of how to do it, right? So it's 1, accepting diversity, which is differences among people. 2, equity mindedness, removing implicit biases from your mindset. So not making those preconceived notions or those judgments about what you think you know or about what you have been taught previously about, somebody. So for example, big people or short people or people with 3 eyes or, just something that you're not acclimated to or something that goes against the norm. You have to have an awareness of inclusion. What does that mean? Making everybody feel comfortable and valued and making sure that you have or give them access to the same opportunities. And then there's cultural competency. Just having that a bit of awareness about other people's cultures, behaviors that may offend somebody's culture, or just the baseline knowledge of other people's culture to help you in your performance or to help you understanding those around you, appreciating and honoring and knowing the differences and similarities from one person to the next. We have to constantly be cognizant of our motivations and what really drives us to either be an efficient parent or what drives us to be a better employee or a better boss. We have to have intrinsic motivations, and that's your passion. What do you have passion for? What do you enjoy? Then there's intrinsic motivations, and intrinsic motivations are your purpose. I do this. Why? Why do you do what you do? Why do you strive to be that better parent? Why do you strive to be that better boss? Why do you strive to be better in your employment or try to get along and have a kumbaya relationship with everybody around you? And then there's the transcendent motivation, which is motivations as a group, or if you work for if you work for a school district, like for me, it would be knowing the mission statement for the district, or knowing as a group unanimously what your goal is, right? So when you keep those key concepts in mind, you're able to further invest into another's emotional bank account by lifting them up, instilling positivity, and instead of taking from their energy, right, and taking from their bucket. Essentially, with young children, we teach them about being a bucket filler, is putting those positive thoughts and those positive comments and those positive observations to another and not taking where they're dry and they don't have a drop of water to give. That can really impact the quality and performance, not only as children, but through adults as well. So this concept is really important to me because, we need to have cultural competencies, not only in our personal lives, but in our professional lives as well. Being a big person, as long as I've been for so many years, I've gotten treated differently in different situations, as well as currently because of the size. There's a stigma about big people. And I've really gone against the norm about proving myself to be capable, to be smart enough, to be pretty enough, to be able to function as others would not see me otherwise. So, just you keeping that in mind, that just because they're a different gender than you, or just because their social economic status is different, or their social status is different than yours, don't judge the quiet person, don't judge the loud person, don't prejudge and assume that they're this way or that way. I get a lot of that stuff on social media. I come off very loud, dramatic, and I put my character out there because I know that's what entertains, and I know that's what gets the views. And so on the flip side, if you really know me, you know that there's a lot more to me than what meets the eye, and this is something that I see in my professional life, is sometimes when there's a language barrier or language barrier, you are, it's a little bit different, it's a little more complex, right? So like, I may say a word and I think it's in Spanish that is different, and it's interpreted different by other people of the same ethnic background. So, just being, just being aware, of those who are able and those who are differently abled. For me, I for a long time, I've been differently abled. There's certain things that as a big girl I'm comfortable doing. There's some things as a big girl I'm not. So, anyways, just having those awareness of cultural competencies within your professional and personal setting. So if you made it this far, I thank you, and I have some goodies for one lucky person who enters. To enter, the qualifications are that you have to have a child from 0 to 3, only because of the type of material that I'm going to be giving you. You're going to get a Lakeshore bag. You're going to get multicultural food, play food for dramatic play area. You're going to get a hard covered book. You're going to get, so this is the food. These are my favorite. They're so sweet. I would save them for my own children, but by the looks of it, I haven't anytime soon. You're going to get these little toys that can also go into dramatic play area and talk about differences as well. Here's a little hardback book if you are working with children 0 to 3. One of the common goals are being able to turn a book right side up and turn the pages one by one. So this is little baby Amelia, little history for you. And I have scientists, what do you see? And I have photos of different multicultural settings, and it can be used as conversational starters. And you'll get this Lakeshore tote to go with it. So if you're interested, enter, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.